political life on the territory of Ukraine is just one of the two to make only two countries weak. Which, you know, if I talk about Russia, Belarus, and Ukraine, there are three Slovenian countries which have like once in cartoon sisters. This is special military operation was begun not because of the invasion, like Western media is saying, but because of the thousands of years of the pressure of the Russian speakers, Russian Christian people, and so-called Russian, they don't call us Russian, they call Russian speakers, Russian minority. Taking into account Russia, like as in India, where multicultural, multinational countries, and all the people should live together and express their point of views. And journalism, which is, as you know, one of them, and sometimes I think is the second oldest profession in the world. And if you want to have power, you should have information. And the people will just start the season of hunting for the Russian journalists. I mean, these Western Ukrainian regions, because much more than 6 people already killed within this 3.5 months in the territory of actually Russian territory, which is where the people who want to speak Russian live, and Ukrainian puppet regime doesn't want them to afford it. There are a lot of fabrications made by Ukrainian regime, like things in Bucha, when they pretend that Russia will kill innocent people. But even if we, again, we have to quote this BBC. I saw the BBC movie, How Did the Russians Occupy Bucha? It was a very well done military operation, because no single person even landed uninjured. All the male people were separated from others not to take part in this military act. But how did they perform? Another brutal example. I turned on the Indian television channel, which is actually under control, say, elaborate this channel. And it was the day when it was the Ukrainian attack to the Kursk region. And they were showing like Ukrainian tanks and machines are coming to the territory of Russia, and they just was shooting on the civilian houses. And what did the commentator say? He was telling viewers that look how barbaric the Russians are. So it's like, you know, everything was upside down. What I do appreciate again about our Indian colleagues and friends, you see, my first visit to India was 24 years ago, so I know what does it mean. I can call you really friends and brothers. But nowadays, the Indian press is really enjoys the freedom of press. Still, it's just the only one correspondent permanently working in Moscow for PTI, but I know this year it's going to be more. And I'd like to welcome our Indian colleagues in our victory parade, which will take part on May 9. Just today, we are working about arranging some tours and issuing visas. And I see a lot of familiar faces here. You know that I'm open 24 hours to answer your questions. And thank you, my Russian colleagues, for participating. Thank you again. I really was impressed with the story. Thank you, Ruslan. Yelena, thank you together as here.